Good morning, good morning. It is Saturday, the 31st of January, the last day of what could possibly be the worst month of the year. From here on, we head into spring. But today, it's a bit wet, it's a bit grey, it's a bit overcast here in Dublin, and I'm back at Poppintree. And the plan here is to try a faster run for me. Well, the intent to run as fast as I can. It's not that fast. So yeah, January's done. That's great. January is always the longest month of the year. It's 31 days for a start, but you get paid early before Christmas. You've got that extra week to get through. You've got all the expense of Christmas to get over. You've got all the hangovers of Christmas to get over. It's just the longest, hardest month of the year, isn't it? So anyway, it's done. Today is getting rid of it, and we're into the 1st of February tomorrow. Here in Ireland, that means it's a bank holiday weekend. They very graciously gave us a bank holiday for the first weekend in February to get over January's, basically. And that's the plan. It's St. Bridget's Day officially. But yeah, we all think of it as just we got through January bank holiday. And there we go. We'll get started on February. Last week I didn't publish a video. I didn't actually go for a run. The problem was the week before, 2 weeks ago when I was last here at Poppintree, the calf that I mentioned at the time played up after the run. It was a little bit tight. It was a bit uncomfortable, and I gave it a rest for a week to see what would happen, and it was just about fixed and just about unnoticeable on the Saturday morning last week, time for Parkrun. But I just thought, no, I'll give it another few more days just to recover for the sake of missing one Parkrun. So that's what I did. I missed Parkrun last week, therefore no vlog. But I went out for a run on Monday morning. It was feeling fine by Monday. So I went out for a 3K short run just to test it, and came back from that and everything was fine. Nothing during the run, nothing after the run, and everything was really good and cool. So that was good. And then I thought, right, ready for Parkrun again today. But I'll fit in a quick 5K on Wednesday just to get me back to the distance and dust off any cobwebs effectively. So I did that, but I went out on Wednesday morning just to do a slow and steady, keep the heartbeat low 5K run just to say I've done one again. And this is what happened. Yep. A new PB, smashed 40 something seconds off my previous PB of 35:01. So my new PB is now 34:19. Under 35. I went sub 35. Anyway, the plan is today to go 3 days on. What can I do today? I'm trying to build myself down to a sub 30, and I'm trying to work towards that. And so I'm going to set today as kind of a marker. I'm going to try and run today as hard as I can, not from the beginning, but finish with nothing left in the tank. That's the plan. And see what I can do and use that as a benchmark to go forward over the next 5 or 6 weeks to see if I can build up a really good time of sub 30. For me to get to sub 30 would be amazing. So that's my target. It was my target for the whole year when I started my end of year review, and it still is. To be running sub 30 at the end of the year is still my target. But let's see how it goes. If I'm taking 40 seconds off my PBs in lumps, then it might not be too long before it happens. I thought it'd be more like 5 seconds, 10-second jumps over weeks. But no, at the moment, I'm taking bigger chunks than that off. So we'll go do this run. Today, apparently, is hot chocolate day. So there's an excuse to go home and have a hot chocolate when I finish this and warm up. It's also, apparently, according to the radio on the journey in this morning, backwards day. But no, I'm not running this park run backwards. What's the point in that? Okay, so here we go. Let's get out there. It's definitely drizzly. It's definitely miserable. But it's going to be a run. It's going to be Parkrun number 4. Let's get out there and enjoy it. Definitely a day for ducks. Okay, so here we are. It's a little bit damp. Off the path it's very muddy, but there's a really nice pond, plenty of water around. It's going to be a rainy run, but it's going to be a fun run. It's Parkrun number 4 for me. As you can see, Ireland's been struggling with a bit of flooding in the last few days. A lot worse than this in other parts of the country. But just as an indication, you can see here that the edge of the path is actually covered in water and that the pond has grown wider than it normally is. Anyway, we get ready for running. People are gathering up now. It's getting close to 9:30, and let's go enjoy the run. Okay, so I'm all set. I've got my watch ready to go. I have done a little bit of a warm-up, feeling nice and loose, not too cold, and again ready for the briefings. It's nearly time. Now, while I plod my way around the park at Poppintree, I didn't really chat much. So I'll take this opportunity to do a voiceover and maybe some background music to drown out the panting. Actually, as I'll talk about in a minute, my breathing has improved considerably and I no longer sound like an asthmatic walrus. Now, it's more like a slightly unfit chimpanzee. Anyway, I digress. It has dawned on me that at the end of February, I will have been running for 6 months. Where has the time gone? I started in September from nothing, literally sitting on the couch, and as you can see in this vlog, I can now take part and more importantly enjoy running park runs with other runners and walkers on a wet, damp, grey Saturday morning at 9:30 AM, when I used to be sat in front of the TV with a bowl of Cocoa Pops and a chocolate biscuit. So, while I make my way around this parkrun course in Poppintree, I'm going to review where I have got to and set myself a new challenge. So stay tuned and let's find out what the plan is. This is parkrun number 4 and there is clear progress. Not to give out any spoilers, but my time for this park run today is 34:35. Not bad, my second fastest 5k and only a few seconds shy of my PB set a couple of days ago at 34:19. I'm pretty certain that mid-34 is my current pace. To put that in perspective, back in September when I started my couch to 5k off the couch, I was about 48 minutes, mainly walking. When I managed to run 5k completely for the first time in December, 3 months later, that pace was around 38 minutes. My first run of 2026, after 1 month of doing 5ks, was 37:32. And now, at the end of January, there are 2 runs in the mid-34s. That's a massive 3-minute reduction in January alone, or 8% drop in time. Wow. It's worth looking back because you don't see the progress. It often feels unrewarding and sporadic when you're in the middle of it. But when you pause and look back, you can see amazing progression. But it's not only the times that have changed. When I completed my first 5k back in the beginning of December, only 9 weeks ago now, my heart rate spent 85% of the run in zone 5 maximum, with an average of 159 beats per minute. This run here, parkrun number 4, had 0% in zone 5, only 5% in zone 4, and 80% in zone 3, with an average of 127 beats per minute. Now, from a health perspective, that's a lot more satisfying. Going faster is nice, but getting fitter is actually my ultimate goal. The last thing I want is to put my heart under stress and it to say enough is enough. Thank you, Marshall. The fitness isn't just for running or to get new PBs. They're nice, obviously, but it's also to allow me to do more of the things I set up this channel for. Seeing more, doing more, and experiencing more. So, 5 months in, I can run. I enjoy it more than I ever thought possible, and I'm doing park runs and getting fitter. And here's what I'm hoping this channel is showing. That me, just an average guy, who was starting to sit on the couch way too much, can do it. And therefore, so can you. But also, that it doesn't happen overnight. It isn't easy. There are setbacks. There are many times when you don't want to. But if you persist, keep doing something, never giving up, slowly but surely, things happen all by themselves. And one day, you look back and you see how things are different. Okay, so that's been a fast start. 1k done. And I'm flying. It's no different with this YouTube channel. Last year it was just a mad idea in my head. Now it exists. It has a logo. I'm doing stuff and making videos regularly. I enjoy it. I've learned so much about editing, filming, and love the whole process. It's a hobby, and I get so much from it. Thank you, Marshall. When it started, it had no subscribers. After 5 months, it had 2. And now, after 11 months, 51 people have found something worthwhile in it too. Yes, this week I hit the landmark number, for me at least, of 50 subscribers. For a long time there was only 2. I did question why I was doing it at all. But again, just by keeping going, things progress. And here we are at 50 amazing subscribers. Thank you all. I guess now I can start looking up at reaching 100 next and thinking it will actually happen. While we're on the topic of subscribers, if you're new to the channel, hello, my name is Kieran and this is Looking for My Best Life. If you get anything out of my content, I'd love it if you could take a couple of seconds to like, comment or subscribe. I'm trying to get to my target of 100 subscribers, and every interaction you give helps me fight the algorithm and grow the channel so I can build a community for older or not so fast or beginner runners and people who just want to get out and do more like I do. It costs you nothing, but I really appreciate all of you who take the time to give feedback, good or bad.
Thank you, Matchers.
So what's next, I hear you say, and I ask myself. Well, with 1 month left till I've been running for 6 months, or half a year in old money, I thought it would be fun to challenge myself to see how much lower I can get my PB during the month of February. If I think about it, my dream would be to run a sub 30, but that's probably unlikely in the time frame that's available. So I've just set the target to see how close to that I can get. To date, I've pretty much just gone out and run. No plan, no training agenda, just accepting that the more I do, the better it will get. And that has worked out just fine, as it will for you if you just keep going. But for this month, I'm going to stir it up a little. I'm going to make a bit of a plan and focus on 4 different elements over the 4 weeks to aid my further improvements.
That one. Done.
I asked myself, and ChatGPT obviously, what are the things that will make me run faster? And together, after a healthy debate, we came up with the following. It's not a complete list, but it's my list for February. Number 1, consistent training. The plan is to continue with 3 runs per week, Tuesdays, Thursdays and a parkrun on a Saturday. Number 2, add some more distance to my training so 5k becomes easier. My 2 midweek runs will no longer be in my 5k lap, but an extended 7.5km lap. This may take a week or 2 to build up to running all of it, but I've done that before and it worked out alright. Number 3, introduce some cardio cross training on non-running days. Mondays and Wednesdays will be home cardio, exercise bike and rowing machine, again building up my capability 1 session at a time. And finally, number 4, lose some weight. I'm the heaviest I've ever measured. I'm currently at least 2.5 stone heavier than I want or should be. No fancy diets here, just 2 things. Watch portion sizes and stop bread and snacks, chocolate, cake, biscuits, crisps, etc. So for 4 weeks I will give focus, commitment and effort, and let's see how it goes. The test will be Parkrun 9 on the 6th of March. What can I get my time down to on this run? And coincidentally, that gives me 4 vlog topics as the focus each week in the build-up. So what are my starting metrics for comparison in March? Well, my 5k time is 34:19. My current age-graded score is 44.82%. My average heartbeat is 127, and 80% of my run was completed in zone 3. At the moment, I can only run a maximum distance of 5 kilometres, and I only exercise 2 or 3 times a week, which is a bit sporadic depending on injuries. Weight is 15 stone 7 pounds or 217 pounds, and VO2 max is at 34.7. The question is, how much improvement can I achieve in 5 weeks to mark my first 6 months of running? Anyhow, that's my plan for 4 weeks. 4 topics for 4 vlogs. Then record another parkrun and see what the difference is on Saturday the 6th of March. Topics for each week are 1. Consistency, 2. Cardio, 3. 7.5km runs, and 4. Weight loss. There will be no timed runs for the next 4 weeks. No data tracking other than the distance that I run, because I want to make sure that I do the right amount, and I want the results of Parkrun 9 to be a surprise for me and you on the 6th of March. I'll still do my weekly parkrun as part of my target of 50 runs this year, but no filming or vlogs at them for a few weeks, and no checking the emails to see what my times are. Instead, running vlogs will be based on what is happening midweek and behind the scenes, instead of focused on the parkrun. All slightly different, but stick with me, and hopefully this will show you the ups and downs of setting a simple plan to improve and trying to stick to it. And if I do, well, we'll see what the results can be, and show you that you can do it too.
Russia. I gotta walk. Made it 4K. And then I was done. I gotta catch my breath and then I run again. So let's see if we can run this in.
Well, that's enough chat. It looks as if I'm getting close to the end of the run at Poppintree on the 3rd smaller lap. So let's get back to the action and watch as I stumble across the line, having given it what I think was my all. After all, this is my second 5k in under 35 minutes this week. A target that seemed impossible when I was on the couch before I started Couch to 5k only 5 months ago.
Yeah. It's another fast one, probably my second fastest run, but just not quite as good as Wednesday. But hey, that's 2 good runs this week, and that's pretty much the first 2 runs back after the injury. So we'll add another couple of weeks with some regular runs during the week and at the weekend, get back to my 3 runs a week. This is the first week I've done that. If I can do another 2 weeks of 3 runs a week, then hopefully I'll see another big improvement again and drop under the 34-minute margin. And then, that's great. That's really good. Then I'm getting where I want to get to. So the question is, did getting the injury help me or not? I don't know. Maybe having a few days off, resting, letting the body recover a bit was good. Maybe that helped. Maybe that steadied the body and rebooted it a little bit, ready for running again. It wasn't too long, so I didn't lose too much performance or fitness levels, which meant that was all good. I honestly don't know. I can't work it out. But what I do know is I'm enjoying it still. And it's not cold and I didn't get wet today. That's all a success. That's all looking for your best life. And on that note, I'm going to say it's not just me looking for my best life. Go look for yours as well. Whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you're interested in, go out there, put the effort in, just do it. You'll enjoy it and you'll get rewards. And what you'll find is the more you do, the more you can do, and the more you can do, the better everything gets. And it just gets bigger and better the more you can do. So anyway, for today, Sloan. See you next time in February when we go for Parkrun number 5. And I think I'll try and find another place to go for a parkrun next week. Ta-ra!